Okay, so let's see what's going on. Let me see if those are all on screen. Looks like they are. Let's move these over a little bit. So at the beginning of the month, I'm showing that we have 10 of coins, which is a card of financial gain. It's a card of inheritance. It's a card of reaping the rewards of having made good decisions over time and therefore collecting a great mass of money over time. And you can see the couple in the picture in the fortress, and they're protected by the family's wealth, by the family's crests, and that's where the inheritance comes from. It's usually money from a patriarch or a matriarch that leaves the money over generations of having collected it and having surplus, and it benefits the family that has domestic peace. Because this is in reverse, it's saying there may be a way in which the money that you had expected with the family isn't coming to you, or that you had expected more than you're actually receiving, that you had thought over time that you would be able to collect or reap the money, but there may be a way in which that's just not happening right now, or not at least at the beginning of October. But what this is saying is that this is Star, which is a card of hope. So this is saying don't lose hope against that. Don't become cynical. Don't feel like that just because this is out of order or this is not meeting your expectations or that it's not everything that you had hoped it to be. That you don't want to lose sight of the fact that there's still a way to be happy and radiant and full and rich just as you are. This woman doesn't have radiant gowns or clothes or finery, but she's full and complete even without any clothes. That Star energy is complete self-acceptance, complete acceptance of the situation, and full hope and radiance just in how you are. So that's going to be the opening for you, Taurus, in October. Is even though there may be some money surrounding you, it may not be as much as you had hoped. You may not have the level of luxury or comfort that maybe you compare yourself to others as having, but that you actually are doing pretty great, just as you are. Even though it may feel like, oh, I don't even have enough for clothes that I want. Don't lose hope is what Star in reverse says. And don't become cynical. This is Six of Cups, which is all about innocence and sentimentality, and it's two children. It's being childlike. It's remembering, thinking back to when a relationship was in its infancy or in its childhood, when there was that childlike wonder and radiance. That's what Six of Cups energy is. Make sure that that's not blocked. It's showing up for you here. You have the possibility to return to a childlike time or have that sort of happiness and glee, but because it's in reverse, there may be a way in which you're not able to access it, or that you may be turning to cynicism a little bit more. But remember, with Six of Cups showing up, that you do have access to this wonderful, sweet, childlike wonder and this sweet exchange of hearts that's going on here. So that's available to you too, Taurus. There could be something having to do with kids in the first part of the month. And then it's also, you've got the World showing up for you here. So World means everything comes together. Everything, you feel free and open, and all things are lining up. The mental, the physical, this is the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual worlds all are coming together, and this is like pure fulfillment, pure radiance, pure joy. Everything is your full actualized self. Because this is in reverse, it makes me wonder, are you feeling a little bit held back by thinking about things in the past? Are you not fulfilling your ultimate dreams because you feel like they're not really possible? Or is that cynicism spilling over into your dreams of what can be? So I guess I would say at the beginning of the month of October, Taurus, if everything is not as you wish that it had and hoped that it would be, don't lose hope about that. Star is still full of radiance and shining, and there's a lot of really positive cards here. It's like all the money you could want, all the hope and radiance you could want, all the innocence and purity of heart and all the whole world. It's just that they're in reverse. There's something holding them back. It could be as simple as that you're just not recognizing that everything is pretty great. So keep your heart open and don't lose hope about things, even if they weren't as you had expected them to be. Towards the middle of the month, you've got a couple things going on. You've got some nice success and recognition going on. Six of Wands is a card of recognition, success, triumph. It's accolades. It's people noticing you and saying, God, they're doing a great job. They're the person who comes in on the white horse and saves the day. So this is what you're being recognized as. You're getting some recognition. You may not actually hear about it directly, but people are seeing your work, and people are kind of impressed with you right now. And you've probably earned that. It's probably work that you you've earned that triumph and success and victory. And it may create some naysayers, or it may create some jealousy, or Three of Cups. Normally, Three of Cups is those who you surround yourself with. They're like-minded people. So this could be friends or co-workers or people who participate with you in a hobby or in one of your interests or spiritual endeavors, or however you surround yourself with people. But when it's in reverse, and usually this is a card of celebration and support, and in this card in the Rider-Waite, they're all dancing and holding up their cups. But in the reverse, sometimes it can mean like gossip or negative talk, or I'm getting jealousy off of this card because it's next to the Six of Wands. You're doing such a great job that in some ways the peanut gallery is saying, oh well, are they, we're not shining as much as this other person is. So just enjoy being in a place of status and, recognition for the hard work that you've been doing. Because, tables will turn. This is what's saying is that the seasons are changing. And if you felt like you had always been on the bottom before, you may now start to feel like you're on the top. Or tables are turning, and people who may not have recognized you before are going to start to recognize you. People who... things are changing. People's positions are changing. Those who are in high status may be falling off this wheel, and those who are at the bottom are going to be going like around to the top. So hold on to that, Taurus. Realize tables turn even amidst, if people are saying, negative things, if that's what you're hearing, you're still being recognized. And then also, this is towards the middle of the month as well. This is Six of Coins. So this has all to do with resources. So it may be that you're not seeing the money, again, that you had expected to see. Because this is in reverse, it might be like I'm having to be a penny pincher. I'm not seeing money that I had expected. But that's also right next to this wheel of things changing and things... the seasons turning. Because both of these are in reverse, it may just be that it's taking a little bit longer for things to change than you expected. So the tides are turning. This wheel of fortune, this wheel of change is turning. But it may just be going slower than you want it to. It may be that you actually will receive this money, or that you will have access to resources or information, knowledge, power. That's what Six of Coins is about. It's about the haves and the have-nots, the people who have the resources and the money, and giving to the people who don't. So it may take some time for those things to recover, but they're both there. So this is just telling me it's not happening as quickly as you might like it to, but you are being recognized on some level. So just keep, what this says to me in the middle of the month is just stay steady regardless of the circumstances, regardless of if there's other negative talk about you or, gossip or any sort of criticisms. Stay the course. Things are changing. Maybe this wheel is turning more slowly than you had hoped. And even though you may not have access to certain resources now, things may change in the future as this happens. And then also, towards the end of the month, you have, this card is all about luxury. It's about bringing money to yourself through your own discipline, through your own hard work. And because it's in reverse, you may not be seeing that money yet, but it is there waiting for you. It kind of links with this card, the Six of Coins. Again, you may just have to be patient for this wheel to turn. It's got this sort of purple robe on it that she has here. So if there's someone who's in the way of you receiving money that you feel like you have earned, that you should have money coming to you, that may be a focus for you towards the end of the month, but that is there for you. And it has to do with this line of success, receiving this money, being recognized, getting your due, having the good life. That may just be in waiting right now, because usually when things are in reverse, they're either in shadow or being delayed or not being allowed to come to the surface right now for some reason. And it may be that you're having a dilemma. You're kind of stuck between two ideas. Two of Swords is all about dilemma. It's about feeling stuck or stagnant because you can't make a choice. So in that case, you just check out. And you can see that this person is immobile. She's holding up two swords, which represent two different thoughts or two different ways of looking at something, and she can't choose between them. So she's blindfolded and checked out. And it may be in relation to someone who is, this is a King of Cups, King of Hearts, which is the ideal father, the ideal partner, someone who's in charge of their emotions. So there may be a way in which at the end of the month, you're not able to fully enjoy and appreciate and receive all the riches that are coming to you for your own hard work, because you are wrapped up in a dilemma of trying to make a decision regarding this person who is either the supposed ideal father, ideal partner, but they may not be showing up that way right now. You may be questioning, are they the ideal partner, the ideal relationship person? How is it? Normally this represents emotions being mastered. It's the king of emotion. But so when this is upside down in reverse, it means that your emotions may be a little bit off. Or this person that you believe to be this way is not showing up that way, and it's causing you to feel immobile and stagnant. It may also be causing you to feel a little bit victimized and powerless. You can see in both of these cards, the woman is actually not seeing things clearly. She's blind in both cases. And it's because of her thoughts. In this case, she surrounds herself with her own thoughts and therefore becomes very stuck and feels like she has no power. She actually does have the power to walk away, to cut her binds on any of these swords, pull off her blindfold, and walk away. So she actually does have quite a bit of power, but she doesn't believe that she does, and therefore she doesn't access it. Same with this, is that she can make a decision, she can get out of this situation, but she has to choose between one of these, put the other sword down, walk away, take action. So it's immobility that is really creating a problem at the end of the month, and it's likely related to this King of Cups person. Again, ideal father, ideal partner. Are they not being so ideal? Can you not recognize them anymore? Or is there some upset in emotion? Sometimes this can be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But anyone who fits that archetype of the father, the perfect partner, the person who makes decisions based upon their heart, there's something out of whack, and it's with regards to them, and it's causing you to feel victimized or stuck. That's all this in your mind, especially. So remember towards the end of the month, Taurus, to take action, to free yourself. You actually have the power to free yourself. That's going to be my message for you, even though it seems to be wrapped up about this person, this King of Hearts person, this ideal partner, ideal father, but they're not showing up that way, or the emotions are off. You have power to make a decision, and it may allow you to receive some of the benefits of the hard work that you have been doing. Towards the middle of the month, again, keep the steady course. You are being recognized. Don't give any ear to anyone who's idle gossip is what I usually call this card in reverse. Tides are changing. It just may be happening more slowly than you want.